Alright, what's going on guys? Airsoft Steenie here, back with another video. So today I want to talk about my loadout for sniping and recording videos. So this is kind of my whole loadout that I bring out every single time to the field when I am sniping. So first off, we'll start with my rifle. So this is an SSG10 A1. I also own an SSG96, and personally I feel that the SSG A1 just shoots a lot nicer. So yeah, I use 0.46 gram Novritsch BBs. A little bit about the rifle here as well. I have it covered in jack pike tape just to kind of conceal it a bit, and then I use shoe goo that I rubbed on all over the rifle, and I stuck all these different color leaves over top. I'm using a Novritsch scope, and then that's pretty much it. Whole internals are all stock. I stuffed some foam inside of the stock here on the back just so it kind of quiets down the gun a little bit when I shoot. So I have just a Runcam Scope Cam 4K on here that I shoot in 60 FPS at 1080p. And then I have a GoPro Hero 5 just on the front here. I do have another GoPro Hero 6 that I could use, but I'm just worried about getting the screenshot out. So I have the whole GoPro casing all concealed up here too. I'll lay over a close-up of it right now. So I do shoot in 4K 24 FPS in the super wide view mode, and then again the scope cam I shoot in 60 FPS so I can slow down those sniper hits. I do use the Novritsch recording or the GoPro mount for the selfie cam right here. I find that it's really easy. It's never gotten knocked around. Once you tighten it down, it's not moving anywhere. I haven't touched it all season and it's still nice and tight. And then I have two Novritsch power bank mounts mounted on the side of the gun. So one's on the side of the gun about at the end of the barrel where the stock kind of comes in. And these are awesome too for just mounting little power banks. I forget what these power banks are called, but I'll leave a link in the description for them. They last me about, say, 2.5 rounds, so about an hour and a half worth of charging the GoPro. And then on the side here I have another power bank mount, and this one powers my scope cam. So I had an issue with my last scope cam where basically I was actually using just a USB cable and plugging it into the scope cam. Now what happens is, because I crawl around a lot and my gun, I don't know, I'm kind of rough with it when I play, is that the charging port actually broke. So what I did was I went on Amazon. I'll leave again a link in the description for this, and it's a little magnetic mount in here. So they give you a little cord, and all it does is just magnetically attach to the Runcam. So if it does get knocked around, at least it just knocks the cord off of the charging area here, so you can just slap it back on and it starts charging. So that's a little hack just to save your charging port for these Runcams, because they are pretty fragile. So that's pretty much my whole loadout for the SSG10. Moving on to just my rig that I'm wearing. So I just got some Amazon pants here. They're just camo pants. They're like maybe 60 bucks Canadian off Amazon. Pretty straight, simple. From those I have some Rothko boots here. They're pretty decent, not the best ankle support, but I mean there's no rips or anything on them. They're all right. Then I have a Rothko lightweight plate carrier. So this is rigged out perfect for kind of my playing style. So I run a Tokyo Muri MK23. So I have this 511 mag pouch right here. I seem to always lose my mags out here when I play because I always crawl around everywhere. These ones I have not lost a mag with yet. So you just rip them up like this, they're velcroed in, and they keep your mags nice and secure. So these are really nice if you are a sniper or just anyone who crawls around a lot in the bush and whatnot. I have a Novritsch pouch right here for my second SSG10 magazine. And then I actually put a M4 magazine pouch right here that actually holds this large power bank. So you can just get really any big power bank. I never lose it when it's in this pouch, but pretty massive power bank, and this actually powers the GoPro head cam. So I have a really long USB-C cable that I actually plug in right here, plug the power bank in, it's not going anywhere, and then I run the cord up and around my shoulder, tuck it all into the vest or the plate carrier, and then I run it through the back of my head. So I used to always run into issues when doing gameplay videos and whatnot because I didn't know where to put the power bank for my head cam. So I felt that this was the best way to do it, is just putting a power bank on your chest rig and then running a long USB-C cable up to the GoPro. And then the last thing for my plate carrier is my Dnd holster for my MK23. So I do holster my MK23 on my chest rig here, which I'll show you guys how it looks with the ghillie in a sec here. So this is my KWA MP9. The only thing that I've done to it is just a sling, which I have one of these like rail mounts to it because I actually ripped off the sling or the stock sling adapter right here. So I just bought a little rail mount, and it mounts right on the side here for my sling. And then I just put a red dot sight on it. This is a gas blowback, so was nice and loud. This thing scares the shit out of people. This is kind of just like my secondary if shit kind of hits the fan and I want to pull out something nice and loud that has a better rate of fire than my MK23 pistol. So I usually just sling this over top of me. I don't use it too often unless I'm in like a crazy firefight, but at least it's a nice backup that will get people ducking behind cover for sure, just because it's so loud. So this is my Tokyo Muri MK23. So as you can see, I've concealed it up a little bit, covered it all in Jack Pike tape. And I did so because it's not a gas blowback. That's all you hear. That's all you hear off this pistol. The slide doesn't blow back or anything. So I shoe glued a bunch of leaves and everything all over it just to kind of ghillie it out a bit and blend in with my ghillie suit, which again I'll show you once I toss my ghillie on. This is, I would say, like a necessity if you are an airsoft sniper. It's just so quiet. I mean, I get so many kills with this thing. It's insane, and people don't even know where the shots are coming from. The suppressor does make a really big difference. There's foam in there. One of my favorite pieces, or one of my favorite airsoft investments that I've made so far. They're kind of difficult to actually get. They're always out of stock, but if you can find one in stock and you're an airsoft sniper and looking to purchase a pistol, this is 100% the one for you. The Tokyo Muri MK23. All right, so the pads that I'm using, just again, because I crawl around so much, I'm using just simple like $30, $40 Rothko pads. So these are the knee pads I tuck underneath my ghillie suit, my ghillie trousers. And then I have some elbow pads here as well that I just slip on underneath my ghillie again. Just protects my elbows and everything when I'm playing, because again, I'm crawling around everywhere. Saves the elbows, saves the knees. I would say a really important investment if you are doing any sort of airsoft sniping. These are the gloves that I now use. So these are it's called Armored Gloves is the brand name. I like that you can still use a phone if you're wearing them. They have like the texture on here so you can still tap around on your phone. The knuckles are really nicely padded here too. I've never had issues where like I've hurt my knuckles from like falling or anything, and they fit really nice. These are mediums. I kind of have smaller hands and they fit really, really nice. Even like racking a bolt too, like having nicely fitting gloves if you're a sniper is nice, because you know your gloves aren't catching on your bolt or anything. I can pull back really easy on the slide, pull it down. It's perfect. Really, really nice. Even for pulling the trigger too, having good fitting gloves is necessary in my opinion. So my ghillie setup is a Kmcs Brown 2.0 ghillie suit. So I have the top and the bottom, as well as a Kmcs Brown Balaclava. So usually what I'll do is I'll slip my ghillie trousers on first. So right now I have the trousers on here. What I actually did, because they kept falling down, is I actually zip tied. I took the loops off of the I think I had a Rothko plate carrier. I zip tied the loops to the side of my new Rothko plate carrier, and what I do is I take the loops on the Kmcs and then I just clip this up. So now my pants don't actually fall down on me, because they are kind of big. So if I didn't have these, like, they'll ride down very, very easily. So yeah, that's kind of a little DIY mod that I did to these. And then I'll slip my Kmcs suit on here as well. So this is my Kmcs Brown 2.0 top. I did custom craft everything myself. I used a bunch of different materials. We got Novritsch leaves on here. We have leaves from Skirm Shop. I have some custom dyed leaves. Casa Snipes ivy is on here, the fake ivy, artificial ivy. What else? I have some raffia here from Novritsch, and yeah, the Halo Screen kit from Skirm Shop. And then I just custom crafted it myself for the environment that we're playing in. Extremely effective. Obviously, if you're a ghillie sniper and you custom craft your suit, you would know what I'm talking about. On the Kmcs, we have little buttons here that we can open up on the chest, and this enables my Dnd holster. So this is exactly how I actually holster my MK23. So my MK23 sits right here at all times, always sitting on my chest. So if I have to quickly grab it, if I'm laying down, I just quickly detach it from my chest here, and it clips on really nicely. Dnd holster is like a necessity if you are an airsoft sniper with an MK23. Then we'll toss on the Balaclava here next. So the only reason why I use a Balaclava personally is because it actually covers my MK23 on the chest with this kind of long piece here that's custom crafted as well. Because if I don't have it, MK23 is completely exposed. Whereas with this, I can kind of like veil over top of it. And then on top of this, I can also toss my hood from the Kmcs on here too, which we'll get into in a second. Here I have my Gopro Hero 6. And basically what I do is I just headband it. I get a GoPro headband, I toss it over top of my Balaclava, and then I grab the charging cable that I was talking about earlier right here. So I grab the cable, I tuck it underneath the band here just so it doesn't get snagged on a branch or anything, and then I plug it in, and now my GoPro is charging for the entire game day. So that's how I charge my GoPro. I found this to be like the most effective way and easiest way to do it, and most reliable way. So now that I have my Balaclava on, then I grab my goggles, which I guess I'll talk about these as well. So these are the Smith Optics Turbofan goggles. So these have been the best airsoft investment that I have made to date. So there's a little fan on the top here. You press a button on the back of this battery pack that is actually powered by 2 AAA batteries. So you just click it once and it goes to full speed mode. Click it again, it goes to half, and then you can turn it off. I have not fogged once this entire season, and basically what I did here was I chopped up an Amazon face mesh mask, just a tan one, which I custom crafted all over top, and then I zip tied it to the bottom of my Smith Optics Turbofan goggles, just so it all becomes one piece now with the face mask and the goggles. So I can just slip it on, because before I would put the face mask on with the straps and everything, and then I'd slip my goggles on over top, and I felt like there's a bad separation between my nose right here, so I just zip tied them on, and now it's just one piece. I put on top of the Turbofan goggles just a camo mesh on there, just a stick-on mesh, and then I cut out a hole for my scope eye just so I can better see, because it was kind of difficult to see through all the mesh, so I just cut out a little hole there. And then again, I just put a bunch of different leaves: Novritsch leaves, halo screen, raffia, Casa snipes, artificial ivy, and then I took shoe goo, rubbed it on all over, and then I stuck on halo screen, 3D Kmcs leaves, just to better conceal my face, because now when I toss this on, my face meshes with my Balaclava and the rest of my ghillie suit. So as you can see here, once I have this on, I got my GoPro, my Balaclava, my mask, and now I toss my hood on over top, and as you can see now, the shape or my silhouette is really breaking apart when I have my whole kit on like this. But yeah, it's basically my whole loadout for kind of what I run on the field. I kind of want to make this video because I feel like this is a pretty solid loadout for just like any sniper looking to get into sniping. I've wasted a lot of money on like purchasing useless things that I ended up having to like resell or just didn't end up using, and it's just sat and collected dust. So yeah, it's basically my entire loadout for sniping, as well as just recording gameplay footage as well. I found that there wasn't ever like a really clear option of how to run proper gameplay footage, and I mean, I'm a filmmaker full time, and I feel like this is the easiest way to capture airsoft footage, is having the 2 power banks on the gun and keeping a power bank on your chest rig and running a long USB-C cable to the top of your GoPro on your head. So thank you everybody for watching. This is my whole airsoft loadout. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions about this loadout, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to answer any questions you guys have. Make sure to follow me on TikTok at AirsoftSteeny and Instagram at AirsoftSteeny. Catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.